Okay, good afternoon. Listen, today I will going to take up mass energy equivalence. An important idea, mass energy equivalence. So what do you mean by this mass energy equivalence? Mass of a body and energy of a body, they are interconvertible. So mass of a body and energy of a body, they are interconvertible. This is what Einstein he said. This is called by the name the Einstein's mass energy equivalence. Einstein's mass energy equivalence. We had to derive and we had to show E is equal to mc square. Okay. Otherwise, we are asking the question derive Einstein's mass energy relation E is equal to mc square. This one we are supposed to derive this. We are supposed to derive this concept. Mass energy equivalence means mass of a body converted in the form of energy. Energy of a body can be converted back in the form of mass. Mass and energy, they are interconvertible. That is the meaning. Okay, let me start with the derivation, which carries maybe 6 marks or maybe 7 marks also. 6 marks or 7 marks question we are asking here. So it is an important question. Just to see that, understand the concept, I will take up slowly, steadily. Okay, any doubt is coming up, you can type and you can say that, whichever the doubt that you are having. Okay, first idea. All of us, we know about that force taken from the first PUC portion that I can say, or maybe in 9th standard only we are having the force concept. Force means it is a rate of change of momentum. Rate of change of linear momentum. The rate of change of momentum is called by the name the force. Momentum means mass multiplied by velocity of a body. Momentum of a body means mass multiplied by velocity. That is mv. That is the momentum of a body. Force, therefore I can say force is equal to rate of change of momentum can be taken as rate of change of momentum d by dt of mv. This is mathematical expression for rate of change of momentum. Rate of change of momentum. Momentum rate of change is called by the name the force. Okay. So here I supposed to differentiate this. Rate of change of momentum is called by the name the force. Therefore, I have written F is equal to d by dt of mv. Let us differentiate this. Okay, UV formula, differentiation, product rule that I will going to take up. Therefore, F is equal to m into dv by dt plus v into dm divided by dt. Very easy concept. V m into dv by dt plus v into dm by dt. Okay, this is after differentiation we got. Sir, how we have taken m and v? Both m and v here I chosen m, v are variables. Both are variables. M is not a constant. Yes, v is changing, m is also changing. M is equal to m naught divided by 1 minus square root of 1 minus v square by c square. Formula, last derivation has been done. M is equal to m naught divided by, shall I write that also? You see that m is equal to m naught divided by, m naught is a constant, rest mass, square root of 1 minus v square divided by c square. So meaning, as v varies, v is varying, then m varying. As v is changing, m is also changing. Therefore, I have chosen here m, v both are variables I have chosen. Because of that, we got this as the answer. Okay. Now, let us go for the definition for kinetic energy. Let me go for a definition for kinetic energy. So meaning, if a body is said to be existing here, if a force is acting on this body, then the body, it has been displaced from here to here. It has been displaced. The displacement, whatever it has been done, I will take it as dx. Dx is a displacement due to the force. Due to this force, there is a displacement is occurring here. There is a change in its kinetic energy. The body is having a change in the kinetic energy. Change in kinetic energy. That I will take it as maybe dEk. This is change in kinetic energy. So how we are going to define change in kinetic energy? The change in kinetic energy is equal to change in kinetic energy. Taken from lower classes, the change in kinetic energy is equal to, or increase in kinetic energy, no problem. It is equal to the work done, of course. It is equal to the work done. The work done by the body. And all of us, we know about that. The work done by the body is equal to force multiplied by displacement. Again, taken from first PUC concept. Work done is equal to force into displacement. A dot product, of course. Change in the kinetic energy is dEk. Is a change in kinetic energy. Work done is equal to force multiplied by the displacement. Force multiplied by the displacement. Therefore, force is equal to, already we got the force formula here. The force is equal to m into dv divided by dt plus v into dm divided by dt, whole thing multiplied by dx. I think you have understood about this, no doubt. Okay, I have started with this. Force is equal to rate of change of momentum. Therefore, F is equal to d by dt of mv. Differentiation, we got an expression for F. Here I have chosen m and v are variables because as v is changing, m is also changing. According to definition of kinetic energy, or increase in kinetic energy is equal to the amount of work done. The increase in kinetic energy is equal to the amount of work done is equal to force into displacement. Therefore, dEk is equal to F into dx, where F is equal to this, multiplied by the displacement. Okay. Therefore, dEk is equal to here, just I will going to multiply with this. I can multiply like this, m into dv divided by dt multiplied by dx plus v into dm divided by dt multiplied by dx. Now I will going to consider like this dx by dt here, and here also dx by dt. dm separately I will write. Therefore, dEk can be taken as m into dx by dt multiplied by dv. Is it clear? Plus v into dx by dt multiplied by dm. Okay. Any doubt is there? You see that. But all of us, we are aware of that. Again, taken from first PUC. Dx by dt means rate of change of displacement. Anybody wants to answer? You can answer it. What do you mean by rate of change of displacement? I said already dx is the displacement. It is moving from here to here. That is a displacement. The rate of change of displacement. Very good. The rate of change of displacement. The rate of change of displacement is called by the name velocity. Velocity is represented by v. V is the velocity. Okay, have understood? Therefore, I will going to substitute for dx by dt as v. Dx by dt is equal to v. For this also v, this also v, I will make the substitution. As you are doing the substitution for dx by dt is equal to v here, then what is the next step? M into v into dv plus v into df. V into v means it is v square. That I supposed to write it in the next page. Before taking up the next page, any doubt is there within this? You see that? Understand about this? Okay. Yes. Next step. What is that? dek is equal to, it is equal to m into dx by dt is v multiplied by dv plus v into df. Again, if you want to see that, you can see that. The previous page. So try. This is v dm. Here, whatever we got it as dx by dt is v. Here, dx by dt is v. Okay. So therefore, dek is equal to m v multiplied by dv plus v square multiplied by dm. Okay. Now, v square into dm we got. I will take this one as equation number 1. But last class already we have derived this. We are aware of this. What is that? Mass velocity. As the velocity is changing, how the mass is going to get changed. M is equal to m naught divided by square root of 1 minus v square divided by c square. This is variation of mass with velocity. We know that the variation of mass with velocity. The variation of mass with velocity formula is this. I don't want that square root. Therefore, I will going to make this square on both the sides. Just squaring on both the sides. As you are squaring on both the sides here, the square root get cancelled here. Therefore, m square is equal to m naught square divided by 1 minus v square divided by c square. Let us take the LCM. As you are taking the LCM here, m square is equal to m naught square divided by c square. This is c square minus v square. This c square goes to numerator. Therefore, m square is equal to m naught square multiplied by c square goes to numerator divided by c square minus v square. Let us cross multiply. So if you are doing the cross multiplication, what you are going to get? Next stage, the cross multiplication. Just I will going to make the cross multiplication like this. Therefore, m square multiplied by c square minus v square is equal to m naught square into c square. Multiply with c square here. M square c square minus m square v square. M square c square minus m square v square is equal to m naught square c square. Right. Now I will shift this one to the other side of the equation. M naught is called by the name the rest mass. Therefore, m square c square is equal to m naught square c square plus minus will becoming plus m square v square. Here, m is a variable. M naught is not a variable. M naught is a constant. M naught is a constant. Don't forget. This is called by the name rest mass. This rest mass is a constant. C is a constant. This is a constant. As V changes, M is changing. As V is increases, M is getting increases. So as V changes, M is also go on changes, where M naught is a constant, C is a constant. If you want, I will write that also here. M naught is a constant. C is also a constant. Here. Now I will going to differentiate this. Differentiating on both the sides. As you are making the differentiation here and as well as here, both the sides here, first I will take up this. I told you already C is a constant, therefore constant term first I will write. Anyhow, we are not going to differentiate it, constant term, I will keep it as it is. Differentiation of m square is equal to here 2m into dm. Differentiation of m dm is equal to differentiation of this. M naught is a constant, C is also a constant. Constant differentiation is 0. Plus m square v square. Apply the product rule here. Okay. First m square I will select, multiplied by differentiation of v square. Product rule I said. M square into 2v multiplied by dv. 2v multiplied by dv plus here v square into differentiation of m square. Differentiation of m square is 2m into dm. 2m into dm. So therefore, whatever we got the answer, shall I write that one? You see that otherwise, whichever it is going to get cancelled, I think we can cancel it on both the sides. On both the sides, whichever it is going to get cancelled. 2 is present. Taking the LCM, I mean, taking the common factor, and we have to cancel it. 1m get cancelled here. 1m get cancelled. Remaining thing, c square into dm is equal to here m v m into v into dv plus v square into dm. V square multiplied by d. Have I understood? You see that v square into dm. I will take it as equation number 2. See that any doubt is there in this particular sheet of whatever I have written so far in this particular page? Yes, you see that. Okay. Within this, any doubt is there, you can ask. Okay. Yes. Continuation. The third page. So whatever we got the answer, equation number 1 I will write first. What is that equation number 1? Forgotten already. Let us see that. What is that equation number 1? Equation number 1. It's written here. Equation number 1. dk is equal to mv dv plus V square into dm, equation number 1. Okay, equation number 2, C square into dm is equal to mv dv plus V square into dm. This is equation number 2. So whatever we got, again I have written. Okay. Now from 1 and 2, you can observe that right hand side they are equal. From equations 1 and 2, we get equate these two, therefore you can equate these two. As you are equating these two here, I can write dEk, that is increase in kinetic energy, is equal to C square into dm. C square into dm. This implies the increase in kinetic energy dEk is directly proportional to the change in the mass. The change in the mass is dm, because C square is a constant. Increase in kinetic energy is directly proportional to the change in mass. So meaning increase in kinetic energy is directly proportional to the change in mass. The change in mass. Increase in kinetic energy is directly proportional to the change in mass. That I have written. Change in mass is dm. Increase in kinetic energy is dEk. This is dEk. This is dm. Okay. Now let us go for the change in the the limits and other things. The concept of integration that I supposed to take up before taking up that. Let us consider when the body is at rest. When the body is at rest. When the body is at rest, then I can say velocity is equal to 0, because the body is said to be at rest. When the body is at rest, velocity is equal to 0. When the velocity is equal to 0 here, kinetic energy is equal to 0. As the kinetic energy is equal to 0 or the velocity is equal to 0 here, mass is equal to m naught. The mass is said to be taken as m naught, called by the name the rest mass of the body. When the body is said to be under motion, when the body is under motion, which is under moving condition, when the body is under moving condition here, velocity of the body, let me consider v. In that situation, kinetic energy is equal to maybe Ek. I will consider kinetic energy. In that situation, mass is not m naught, but mass is equal to m. Mass is equal to m. So the meaning, as the velocity changes from 0 to v, as the velocity changes from 0 to v, kinetic energy changes from 0 to Ek. Then the mass changes from m naught to m. Don't forget about the integration limits. Velocity, if you want to integrate 0 to v. Kinetic energy, if you want to integrate 0 to Ek. Mass, if you want to integrate m naught to m. M naught to m. That we have to consider. Therefore, Ek is equal to this one. This one I suppose to consider here. I suppose to take Ek here, means kinetic energy, is equal to integration of d. Ek is equal to integration of this. How to get Ek? It is integration of. How to get this dEk here? Differentiation of this. But this kinetic dEk means this kinetic energy varies from 0 to Ek. Varies from 0 to Ek. Varies from 0 to Ek. That is equal to C square is there. C square into integration of dm. Into integration of dm. The integration of dm here varies from where to where? M0 to m. M0 to m. This is integration of dm. Therefore, let us integrate this. Ek is equal to, integration of this is already finished. This is equal to this, is equal to, here it is c square. C square. Integration of dm is equal to m. Integration of dm is equal to m. It varies from lower limit m0, upper limit m. So let us do the substitution for this. Therefore, Ek is equal to c square. First upper limit, I will make the substitution. Put a negative sign. I had to do the lower limit substitution, m0. Multiply. Therefore, Ek is equal to kinetic energy, increase in kinetic energy. This is increase in kinetic energy is equal to mc square minus m0 c square. Increase in kinetic energy is equal to mc square minus m0 c square. This is relativistic formula for the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy relativistic formula we got. We got the relativistic kinetic energy. Means the increase in kinetic energy is the mass of the body, since it is increases as the velocity increases. Where m0 c square is called by the name rest mass energy. m0 c square is called by the name rest mass energy. It is called by the name the rest mass energy. m0 c square called by the name the rest mass energy. Ek is equal to mc square minus m0 c square, where m0 c square is called by the name the rest mass energy. Now I suppose to consider total energy. This is relativistic increase in kinetic energy. Okay, first, before taking up the next page, just you see that whatever I have chosen so far. Easy, only thing is you have to do the practice session at home. If you are doing the practice session at home, easily you can secure 7 marks, 6 marks here. Okay, so therefore, next step, total kinetic energy, total energy of the body is how much? Total energy of the body. Total energy of the body is equal to how much? That is equal to your Ek, whatever we have calculated so far, relativistic kinetic energy, plus rest mass kinetic energy. Rest mass energy. Relativistic kinetic energy plus rest mass energy. That is total value is equal to total energy of the body. The total energy of the body is E, but Ek already we have estimated, Ek value. Ek value already we have estimated. Ek is equal to how much? mc square minus m0 c square. Rest mass energy is equal to m0 c square. Hence, these two get cancelled. Therefore, total energy is equal to mc square. E is equal to mc square. This is Einstein's mass energy relation. Einstein's mass energy relation. Not only that, we will ask you to explain these ideas using the illustrations. Okay, what are the illustrations here? Means with an example we have to explain illustrations. Illustration number 1. Okay, I will take up, if possible, I will take up the cosmic rays also, if possible. Otherwise, somebody is going to take. Let me see that, depending upon the time factor. So, in the case of cosmic rays, there we are going to teach about pair annihilation and pair production. Pair annihilation and pair production. First, I will going to take up the pair annihilation. Pair annihilation means pair destruction. This is called by the name the pair destruction. Annihilation means destruction, destroy. It is going to get destroyed. Which is that? Let us consider electron E0 minus 1, and let us consider one positron here E0 plus 1. This is called by the name the electron. This is called by the name the positron. Both are having the mass. This is having mass. Electron is having a mass of 9.1 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. This is also having the same amount of mass. If these two are meeting, if these two are joined, or if they are meeting with respect to each other here, then it is converted in the form of a gamma ray photon. And another gamma ray photon it is converted, which is not having any charge, which is not having any mass, but this is having this gamma ray photon is having 0.51 MeV of energy. This is having 0.51 MeV of energy. This is having only the energy, but this is having mass. So meaning mass converted in the form of energy. Mass converted in the form of energy. Okay, these two are having the mass. But if they are joined together, it is converting in the form of a gamma ray photon and one more gamma ray photon here. It is the gamma ray photon is having energy that is not containing the mass. But this is having a mass. Mass converts in the form of energy, called by the name pair annihilation. Second one, reverse case, that is pair production. Pair production. In the case of pair production, reverse way it will happen. A gamma ray photon, which is having an energy is equal to this plus this, or this multiplied by 2. 0.51 multiplied by 2. 2, this is 0, this is 1. So it is having 1.02 MeV. This one interact with the atmosphere, and it is converting in the form of, and it is producing one electron and one positron. This is called by the name the pair production. A gamma ray photon interacts with the atmosphere. If it is having an energy of 1.02 MeV, then it is converting in the form of, or it is producing an electron and a positron. This is having energy, whereas these two are having mass. So here energy converting in the form of mass, but here mass converts in the form of energy, but here energy converting in the form of mass. In both the cases, this relation is whole square. E is equal to mc square is whole square. Not only that, even in the case of number 3, in the case of nuclear fission and nuclear fusion, if I'm choosing nuclear fission as well as nuclear fusion reaction, nuclear fission reaction and nuclear fusion reaction, there is a mass defect. It has been observed that mass defects converts in the form of energy. So in the case of nuclear fission process or in the case of nuclear fusion process, there is a mass defect. That mass defects appears in the form of energy. It is going to get converting in the form of energy. This is the illustration. If they are asking, explain with the illustrations, you are supposed to explain like this. Okay, still the time is there. Still the time is there. I supposed to cover one more concept. Of course, continuation, of course. Of course, this continuation. Only on small concept, another 1 minute time. Just 1 minute time that I will take up. So already we are aware of this. Ek is equal to mc square minus m naught c square is already we have derived. If you want, I will show it. Okay. I will show it here. Same thing I have written. As a note, I will going to consider here. Extra concept. This is a relativistic concept, relativity idea. Now, how relativity idea is maybe reduces to classical mechanics. How it is said to be? Let us see that. For V very much less than that of C, if V is very much less than that of C, then M is equal to M naught divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square becomes what will happen? EK is equal to, I'll take out this, EK is equal to, substitute for this M. Okay, M naught divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square. Minus, this is M naught C square. As it is. M naught C square, here first let us take up the LCM and other things so that it will be easy for us. For MC square, that C square is gone. This C square. C square, C square. Only for M I have made the substitution. So M naught C square is a common factor. I will take it outside. Remaining thing, square root of in the denominator 1 minus V square divided by C square minus 1. Taken to the numerator here, EK is equal to M naught C square 1 minus V square divided by C square raised to the power minus half minus 1. I will use the binomial theorem now. According to your binomial approximation, it says that 1 plus x raised to the power n approximately equal to 1 plus nx. 1 minus v square divided by c square raised to the power minus half is approximately equal to 1 minus, in place of n minus half is there, I will write minus half multiplied by v square divided by c square. Therefore 1 plus, here it is v square divided by 2c square. This one I supposed to do the substitution here. Therefore, EK is equal to M naught C square multiplied by, this is 1 plus V square divided by 2C square, approximately. This is minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled. Therefore, EK is equal to M naught C square multiplied by V square divided by 2C square. C square get cancelled. Therefore, energy is equal to half M naught C square. This is already, we know this. Half mv square. C square get cancelled now. Here it is v square. Half mv square. Half m c square get cancelled. Half m naught v square. Half m naught v square. It is a relativistic formula. Now it is converting in the form of the classical formula. This is the classical formula. Classical formula in the sense Newton's formula. From the childhood level that we are learning this. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. We are learning. Any doubt is there? You can ask me. Just I will show it again. Another 1 minute time is there. Within that I can show it. Okay, first page. Then this is second page.